Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Today, as you can tell from the thumbnail, we have a very different kind of sneaker. It's my first ever pair of Arc'teryx sneakers. I've owned jackets and pants in the past. And I think this buy was a mistake because when I walked in, I was just looking for, again, apparel. And then I saw the shoe on display and it blew me away, right? Like it just drew me to the shoe because there were two colors, three actually. There was a triple black, you know, I don't do triple blacks. Well, if you don't know me, I don't do triple black sneakers because I'm not a fan of how they look on feet. And my name is Alan. If it's your first time here, thank you for stopping by and welcome back to all of the returning subscribers. If you aren't subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Right, like I was saying, I was in Shanghai and I stopped by the Arc'teryx store. The bag's a little beaten up, but it is what it is. And I saw this footwear, it blew me away. There was an orange colorway and this bold colorway that I picked up. And I was like, man, they look so stunning, especially with the skeleton of the bird done all over it. I am talking and rambling on too much, but I picked it up because I wanted a trail shoe. I have a Nike ACG, which has been worn a fair bit. I also have the Salomon XT6, which I wore through my trip in Stockholm, which is another trail friendly or sneaker meant for the trail. And then I was like, hey, I'm retiring my ACG Mountain Fly Low. I should replace it with another pair, and I thought this would make a good replacement. So let's start off with the box. You have a nice brown neutral cardboard box. You have that bird logo. The box is a little dinged up, of course. You have that bird skeleton right there, 100% recyclable box. You have the bird right there as well. In terms of sizing, I went with my true US size, which is a US 9. However, the way the sizing is built on the Arc'teryx pair, it's a 8.5 in UK and a 42 2/3. And there you can see the picture of the pair as well. Lifting the lid open, you have some info about the Arc'teryx branding and all of that, like where it pulls its name out of. Arc'teryx, yeah. Named for Arc'teryx lithographica, the link between dinosaurs and their avian successors, which is why you have the bird logo. The butter paper has that all over print of the logo, you see. And just in one spot right there, it says Arc'teryx, otherwise it's just the bird logo. I keep calling it a bird. An avian is what I should be saying. And man, there's the pair. There's this card as well. I'm guessing it's got the details, but all of that is in Mandarin. Now this pair came in 3 colorways for men, which is the orange and this bold colorway that I tried on. And there was also the women's colorways, which were the same colorways, but they were muted, which I thought looked a lot nicer. There was a muted orange, there was a muted bold, and there was this lavender color. Man, that lavender color, if they had it, I would have picked that up if they had it in men's sizing, but unfortunately I think they only went up to a 40 on those. The colorway name on this one is quite interesting. If you can see right there, it says Mantis. So that must be the colorway. The model, of course, is Sylan 2, which makes me think there was a Sylan 1, which I never knew existed. Like, I never knew Arc'teryx did shoes. This was my first time. I've been to the store in Stockholm as well, but they didn't have footwear there. Or they did, but nothing caught my attention. And then I walked into this store in Shanghai, and man, this blew me away. Okay, it's time for the reveal. Bam! There is the Arc'teryx Sylan 2 in that Mantis colorway. I mean, look at this shoe, right? How can you tell me that you walk into a store, you see this sitting in shelves, with all of that retail lighting and the spotlight and all of that, and you're not drawn to it? Before I get into the sneaker, I should tell you why I think this is a bad decision. Now, what I didn't know going in, is that this is a fast trail running shoe. So essentially for your ultra marathons, something really lightweight, nimble, and was built only for your trail runs and not for your flat trails, for something that was a lot more technical, had some incline and so on. And really, I don't do any trail running. I do hikes and all of that. But this, I don't think, is optimum for it. And the first reason being, you see it's got that rocker design and all of that. So from right here, I mean, I'm sure it's super comfy when I tried it on feet, and this pair is super lightweight. Like it's really lightweight. But because of the rocket design, it's built better for running and it's fast, and it's got a carbon plate. Yeah, as I finished billing and I was walking out of the store, I realized that this shoe has a carbon plate. But hey, no regrets. It's not a great, or it's a great buy. It's not gonna have optimum use for me personally. An amazing shoe, no optimal use for me unless I get myself into trail running whenever I'm traveling, because in Dubai there's no real trail running unless I wait until winter and then I go into one of the outside provinces like Ras Al Khaimah and all of that. But hey, let's talk about the shoe. Starting off with that avian print all over in that nice Volt execution. Damn amazing. Vibram outsole, or Vibram like they say. And I was looking into this lug placement. You have these nice lugs. These lugs have been spaced out so that there's no dirt or gunk or pebbles that get stuck between them, therefore increasing the weight of the shoe and making you slower. And that's how technical a runner the shoe is, right? The cushioning, I mean, when I tried it on feet at the store, right, the foam is super soft, but it's also super responsive. Like when you wear it, you can instantly feel the difference. A nice lightweight engineered mesh. And you know what the interesting thing is? It's so breathable. You know what the interesting thing is? It's been built such that it's ultra breathable, so your feet don't overheat. And this black area right here, that sock liner is separate from the green mesh. Like you can see right here, there's that separation between the engineered mesh on top and this booty. So it gives you a proper snug fit, especially, you know, the balls of your ankle. It's got this cushioning right here. You can see this thing right here. It's got it on both sides, and that kind of interlocks or holds your ankle in place, so there's not a lot of move or tension there when you're running uphill. You got your Arc'teryx branding right there on the insole, if I can get you to see it. And the laces go through the mesh right here. The mesh has this fold, so the laces go through them. And it's also got a lace garage right on top of the tongue right here. So you can do your laces and you can tuck them in right here like you would on a Salomon XT6. And that's to ensure that there's no messing about when you're running. And of course, a very small text right there that says Sylan 2. And it's about all that I can talk about this sneaker. Super lightweight, not sneaker, right? Trail running shoes. So it's for your ultra marathons. And the reason another thing that I realized is that the miles you can put on it is quite low in comparison to other trail shoes. So probably about 500 kilometers to max 800 kilometers before the foam loses its density or doesn't work as effectively as it would earlier on. Whereas the other shoes that I have, probably you can put in 900 to 1000 kilometers, maybe 1200 kilometers. But it works to my benefit because fewer miles. I'm not going to be doing as many trail running activities, so it will be in my rotation for a long time, despite it being, I mean, I'm not going to run any ultra marathons, man. That's beyond my pay grade, but a beautiful shoe. I should slip these on feet and show you what they look like. So the Vibram compound they used on this pair is called the Litebase. So 50% slimmer, 30% lighter, but still functions just as it's meant to. And here's the top-down view of the Sylan 2. There's literally no design element on the medial side, but that bird on the lateral side. This is an absolutely stunning pair. In terms of the laces, you have these flat laces, but even the lace tips are flat right there. And of course, they can go into the garage, which has the Arc'teryx branding. I can just lift it up, tuck it in there, so they are not interfering with anything, you know. Or I could just loose lace them like on the right hand. And like I was saying, sizing, I have just that teeny weeny bit of space right here, so just optimal. You can see the rocket design, right? Like you can see how it goes up that way. So there's that. I like these nice hyperfused panel, like this rubber panel is completely hyperfused, and then this lightweight mesh for better breathability. but the side view still is a winner. Like such a stunning pair of shoes. Alright, so that's it for this video, you guys. Thanks for staying all the way to the end. This was the Arc'teryx Sylan 2. Again, an amazing, beautiful shoe. If you're into trail running and you need something that's super fast and lightweight, especially with this rocker build. From what I hear, the earlier version had its rocker built from somewhere here, which made it unstable, and in this new iteration, they have moved it ahead. So also good for casual lifestyle use, which is what I'll be doing with them, going into matcha cafes and all of that. But yeah, if you're looking for one of those ultra lightweight, fast running shoes for the trail, highly recommend this. This is so light. All right, I'll see you in the next one. You take it easy. Peace.